Taki and Tinker will make an appearance, I'm sure. You've reached me. This is Cam Echo is Stitching. And it is actually Thursday, November 7th. Thank you, Taki, for sharing. Yeah, he just loves to share. Okay. Okay. All right, just a minute. Okay. It's Thursday, November 7th. So it's too early for the drawing. Please know that I am going to do the drawing. This is a video that will come out on Tuesday. Hi, I am interrupting myself because I wanted to clarify what I just said. This is a midweek video. I just had so much stuff and I was so full of piss and vinegar when I got back from the thrift shop and the library and all the other stuff, and I realized that this video is going to be an hour long of me just showing stuff. So it's not a regular video. So the drawing deadline is still Sunday night, midnight, to get your name in if you're a regular subscriber for the package. And I will do the drawing on Monday, the 11th, and I will do a video on the 11th of the draw. And then the video regular stitching with Cam Echo will be the 12th with the video draw name in it. Okay, so this is a midweek video drop. Just needed to clarify that with you. Okay, back to the regular me earlier today talking about the stuff that I found. The reason I wanted to film is because I just got back from the thrift shop. And I have to say, I did pretty well. Here's a toy. Here, go get toy. Toy, go get it. Good boy. I did pretty well. There were cross-stitch patterns that I did not buy, little booklets that I did not buy. I'm trying to abstain. And I did pretty well with my stitchy addiction and my urges. Okay, but I did go to the library and I checked out a cross-stitch book, which I will show you. And as you can see right here, it's a big box of thrifty fun. Okay, so let me go through that with you. But first, let's check out the mug of the day. The coffee mug of the day is the Shenandoah Valley. Yes, there you go. So I thought that was sort of theme inspired by the last video with all the fall foliage, which I thought was pretty cool. So this says, if you can't see it, this shows the little sign that goes Charlottesville, Downtown Mall, Monticello, National Park, Shenandoah National Park, Skyline Drive, Carter Mountain. But you know, they don't include Waynesboro, Fishersville. That's okay. Afton, that's okay. That's all right. We know, those of us who live here, we know. Anyway, I just thought I would sip some coffee with you. Love it. If you are new to this channel, my name is Campbell Eccles. I love just videoing and I love stitching. So this channel is called Cam Echo is Stitching. It's not a, I'm going to stop saying it's not a regular Flosstube. It is what it is. Welcome, welcome. And we are a small band of subscribers on my channel, and I love all of the comments and I love all the people that are subscribing. Thank you very much. And those of you who are just visiting and decide, oh, you know, that was fun, but I don't think I want to see that every week. It's okay. Because here's the thing. I don't do a regular whip parade, pattern parade thing. I mean, I have done those things in the past, but I'm working on one whip. It's called Eden, for those of you who don't know. And guys, I did finish page 37 and I am well into page 38. I will put whichever way the picture goes, we'll just say here. If you're watching this, and I hope you see Eden, page 37 and into page 38. It's very exciting. It's really the last row of Eden is coming along. I took this week off work, so I'm going to do some mad stitching, love. As you can tell, I already did some mad stitching between the last time we stitched and this time. And I'm also continuing on with Kitty Cat here in the background. I'm going to do some of that tonight too. I'm going to keep on with my skull cat because it's November, even though it's not October Halloween stitching anymore. Hey guys, steady, steady, tuck, tuck. Even though it's not October stitching anymore because it's not Halloween anymore, it is November. It's fall, and why not? Some of my neighbors still have their Halloween stuff up. Oopsies, in their yard. Ignore the dogs in the background. They will be barking and playing with toys. It sounds worse than it is, guys, I promise. Yeah, so I'm going to keep going with Sugar Skull Cat. Just because it's a really cool stitch, and it's nice to have something to break up, you know. Like I can stitch that when I'm celebrating a new page. Okay, so you're... Oh, okay, okay. I'm being told that he wants to go out in the backyard. I will be right back. Please hold. Okay, I'm back. That was easy. I also found a drawer, and I want to show you that now. How do I do this? Hi, Smudgy. Smudgy's coming to say hi. Hi. Are you helping me? I was going to actually show them my new drawers. I mean, not underwear, no. Drawers as in my filing drawers, remember? I showed you when I brought them into the house. It's a little rolly drawer with a bottom shelf for all my regular files, and then some paper drawers on top. And I redid all of my stitchy printers. I have a black and white printer and a color printer for things like coloring and copying, color copying patterns from library books that I want to stitch, which I'll show you. I promise I'll show you. All right. What do you think, Bob? Can you let me do this now? Or do you want to cuddle some more? Yeah. You want to say hi to the good people? Ooh. Smudgy says hi. Hello. Hello, stitchy friends of my mommy. Have we sung your song in a long time? We haven't sung your song, have we? Let's do that. So, Smudge adopted me. I did not adopt Smudge. In a small town called Scottsville, Virginia, which is on the James River, if you are so inclined to look it up on the map. It is the oldest river bend, one of the oldest river bends in America that has not changed since thousands and thousands of years. It's really interesting. But anyway, James River, and on that bend where the James goes whoop, is a little town called Scottsville, nestled between two mountains. And I lived there for about 5 years. And while I was living there, this little cat, I came home from grad school, years ago, and this little cat was sitting on my porch, and I opened my front door, and I saw this little scrawny, we think 3 to 5 month old cat that was covered in fleas and dirt, and she ran into my... Well, first of all, I sat down and I said, well, who do you belong to, little one? And she went, and she rubbed her nose against mine, and I went, aw. Oxytocin was flowing, and she ran into the house because I had unlocked the door. Yeah. And I went, whoa, 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 whoa. So anyway, she ended up adopting me, right? So this is the Smudgy song. And for those of you who haven't heard it, I will sing it here. Smudgy Pud Pudge, what a cat that came to my house. Smudgy Pudge Pudge came inside and said, you're the one I choose to be my mommy. So give me a bath, get rid of the fleas, give me some food and a litter box, please. Smudgy Pudge Pudge was the cat that came to my house. Boom. And there are other verses about Tinker and Taki and the things that they get up to, but I can't remember them right off the top of my head because that's the main one. That's the main. Ooh, okay, off you go. Boo! Yes. Okay, so that's the Smudge song. Do you feel loved? Have you had enough attention now? Good, because I'm going to get going. All right, here we go. So coming around this way is this beautiful little shelfy shelf, the little white one. And yes, it has baby guards on it. Right? So it opens up. That's my bottom. Oh, whoops. Oh, the baby guard's on. One moment. Okay. So my files go there, and then I've got room for paper and different kinds of paper. Yay! Okay, so I rearranged my printers too up there. So there's colors, the black and white, and then the black and white is the white one, and then the color one is the black one. So that's cool. And then over here is all of this craft stuff that is sort of not stitchy, but I don't know what to do with it, but I feel very, very good that it's in a place. Like these are collage issues, decorative things, my little square for cutting fabrics and stuff, extra frames, of course. And then I have two machines. I have a serger machine here that I don't know how to use yet. And I also have another kind of old-fashioned sewing machine that one day maybe I'll break out and show you. My dress form, of course. And then this is all my stitchy files and fabrics and stitchy threads. Yes, I have 71 boxes of DMC thread. And this is an old pattern, and these are all patterns. I think I've showed you this before. Anyway, I'm pretty thrilled because, sorry for the spin around there. I'm pretty thrilled because my stitchy room is getting much more organized. Yay! Okay, so let's start. All right, what I did was I went to let's go start with the beginning of my journey. I went to the library, and a friend of mine was checking out books, and she had a stack, and she had all these crochet books and needlework books and embroidery books, and I thought, oh, that's fun. And then I saw one at the bottom, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. And she said, you're going to take my book, aren't you? And I was like, well, I'll just check it out. I mean, you'll never go through all those other books and this one, right? Like, I'll just return it next week. And then you can check it out again. So Waynesboro and Fishersville libraries have probably, I don't know about your town, but we have a very impressive embroidery, needlework, quilting stash of books on the shelves. Like Waynesboro has like 16 cross-stitch books. I kid you not. Many of them I actually have on my shelf right here. Let me turn this around so you can see. Ta-da! These are all my cross-stitch books right here. Da-da-da! And there's more on the bottom. Right there. And there's card making stuff on the bottom. And needlepoint books and books that are too big to put on that shelf. Yes, I do. I have a library full of books, which is why I'm giving some of them away. Okay. Anyway. Hello, I'm back. So, she very graciously, thank you, my dearest, she very graciously let me check out this book, which I do not have on my stitchy shelf. Oh, yes! So, I did that. So, let's have a quick flip through. I'll show you the ones that I'm thinking about wanting to do. If you guys have this book, you probably already know about how beautiful these patterns are. I mean, I'm sorry, but that is just, ugh, wow, the colors. Now, again, I am one for a darker background, or a green or a blue background. That's just my style. I would prefer that with flowers. But there's some other, I mean, there's small patterns, they're big patterns. This, I think, is really, really cool. It is called Indian Flowers. If you have this book, that's one I'm definitely going to be Xeroxing to do. Isn't that lovely? I just think that's a great sampler. It's just a really cool piece. And I'm thinking, you know, you can mix it up, maybe extend the borders, put something else in the middle of it. It's just great. You know, I could do all kinds of different things with this. It just really got me inspired. So this, oh, cute. Oh, cute. Come on now. Cute. Come on now. Come on, come on. That's so cute. I'll hold that for a second so you can see it. So cute, you guys. Yeah, I had a really good time today in the library and in the thrift shop. Little butterflies. Oh, whales. Little tiny whales on baby towels. things like this. Now this I actually might stitch. This seems a little like cartoonish and sweetie pie for me, but I might actually stitch that. I might do a floss toss and do the sky a different color, but that's kind of sweet and simple. I kind of like that. It might be fun to do that and put it on a spool. Like, you know, anyway. All right. If you have this book, you will enjoy going through it. I'm not going to go through every page. I'm not going to do a flip through, but this is the book I got from the library. So guys, gals, people, all, instead of purchasing, right? Not that I don't want the cross-stitch industry to flourish, but let's face it, it's flourishing since the pandemic, right? Like, I don't think it's going to hurt anybody if we ourselves go to the library and support your local library and get these books out and check them out and then stitch them. Oh man, there's an Indian, sorry. It's like, it reminds me of the Arizona patterns from like the Arizona desert and stuff. There's a Indian cross-stitch book that's just beautiful, or Native American patterns book that's really great that I did not buy. Okay, but it's at my local library, so if I ever wanted to do it. Okay, so I encourage you, go to your local library and get stitchy books. You know, there's no reason why we have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, the floss itself is really expensive, which is why I am a DMC devotee, and why people may have heard I actually do, as opposed to some other stitchers, they don't like buying off of estate sales. They don't like buying off of Facebook Marketplace. They don't like buy. I do. And the reason I do is I don't mind the color shifts. And I also haven't found too many that are so old they're not usable. They're always usable. As you know, I'm working on Eden. I would say 80% of the floss in Eden is from a marketplace estate sale online. And I bobbinate like crazy. So that's the other thing I've put a moratorium on, folks. I found a big box of floss in this thrift shop. It was not DMC, so it was easier to resist, but it was some other, like some other brand, that like a Chinese brand, but it said no streaking, no fading, whatever, in the heat, whatever. So I can't remember the name of it. I was going to write it down. I didn't write it down. Anyway, it was a huge tub, and it was all one color. That was the other thing that helped me resist was, yeah, it's all one color. Am I really going to use that? Maybe on a long dog sampler. I don't know. And then I let it go. So, yes. So, library book. Okay, so let's get into what I found. Okay, who needs another frame? Of course we do. We always need another frame. This one was 70% off, and the price was $4. It was 70% off, $4. Now, this one I really liked when I picked it up. I actually didn't care how much it was, but this one, it has these little grooves in here with this that you can tighten it. I really like these because they keep the bars really tight, and I am a tight fabric freak when it comes to stitching. Now, I guess it was 70%, 75% off because it's missing one of these. Dude, I have so much hardware in my basement. I'm sure I have these. I'm sure I have this style. It's going to be fine to get a screw and a wing nut. It's not going to be a problem. But yeah, I do adore these. Plus, I like buying frames and stuff from thrift shops. Here's the other reason. Someone else has used this and loved on it. Like right here. Right here. Somebody sewed their piece in there. Oh. Somebody else loved on this. Somebody else's energy, right? Their universal life force energy is in this. It's not from a factory. It's from somebody's home stash. Somebody loved on this. Somebody stitched into this and made something. And, you know, I don't know if they're alive or dead, but I'm going to love on it too. I'm going to keep loving on this, right? I just really, I'm a big thrift shop person. I love, love, love getting stuff from thrift shops. The that stuff. Okay, this is also a little thing. Now, you know those smaller patterns that we get sometimes from, let's see, because I actually thought about this. Would be fun to put, anyway, the smaller packages that come from like Bent Creek and the other ones that are like, they're not like full-sized 8.5 by 12. They're smaller. Look at this cute thing. Isn't that neat? Filing, and it has little snaps. Right? Little snaps. And it was $2. So stinking cute. Love it, love it, love it. This is Stitchy Mail. I know, I bought a pattern. I know, I actually bought 2 more. I'll show you that in a minute. This was a rescue. I found cross stitch to rescue. Whoa, how cool. And it has my initial on it. So I'm going to put this probably in on my wall somewhere in here in my stitchy room. But look how pretty. They did not sign it, but they fully finished it. Look how lovely that is. They fully finished this. There's a little pin, there's a little safety pin so you can stick it on the wall. That's really nice. Look at all the hand stitching they did. That's not sewn by a sewing machine. That's hand stitched. All of this is hand stitched. That's beautiful. Again, being able to find something and rescue something that has somebody's beautiful, beautiful energy in it. And it's my initial. It's a C. I think it's a C. Yes, it's a C. I was like, wait, is it a G? No, it's a C. I'm going to call it a C. If you see a D or a G, just don't tell me, because I see a C. I love all of the tiny little stitches in there, and there are 3 little beads in here too. There's a bead and a bead and a bead. I mean, it's really lovely. Thank you, whoever stitched this. Aww. Okay. We'll show you that. So I'm trying to get through stitchy stuff. This is a beautiful thing of thread. I see a long dog sampler in my future on black with this white. Yes, and she gave it to me for $3. I couldn't see whether it was a 3 or a 5, and she said 3. It's like brand new. This stuff is Cleopatra. It says buttonhole gimp, right? Which is fine, but I use this for stitching. I use this for cross stitch, like 1/1 on 25 count. Perfect. Cotton thread 6, 7, 8. Does that mean buttonhole 6, 7, 8? I don't know what that size is. Approximately 16 ounces. I don't know. Anyway, it was really, I was very thrilled for that. I was very, very thrilled to find that. Let's see. I found another kind of stash, sort of everything box that I'm thinking, you know, I could put floss and scissors in if I wanted to go put this in a kit. I could make this into a kit for, I don't know, or filing. It's got little filing plastics in it too, but I wouldn't use it for filing. I would use this for like stitch kits. Yeah. Hand cream, needles, scissors, all kinds of fun stuff. Can you hear my dogs in the backyard? I put them out. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. I found threads. Now there's some Christmas things in here too for my my stitching tatas that I'm not going to show you. But so nanner. So the bottle cap, the milk bottle caps. Somebody showed this on one of their floss tubes, and I started collecting them. And so somebody told me how to do. One of my stitching tatas told me, I think it was Sarah, the Northwood Stitcher, said, you know, how to do little pin cushions out of them or little needle minders out of them, and then you can stick a magnet on the back. Okay, these little paper discs. Okay, I have no idea what they're for, but they have 2 holes. I think they're like button security thing for like buttons. I don't know. I don't know. If anybody knows what this is, can you leave a comment? There's a hole and then there's 2 other holes. I mean, it's basically a piece of paper. It's paper. It's wafer thin. I don't know what it's for. But when I brought it home, she gave this to me for 50 cents, I think. She gave me this whole stack of them for 50 cents because there wasn't a price tag on them. I probably paid too much for them, but that's okay. I put these in the bottle cap, in the little milk carton cap. They fit perfectly. They go right on the edge so that, let's say I want to stitch something small, I can use this as the backing, pull it around, stick it on there, and then be able to have the, yeah, or something for teeny tiny, itty bitty little stitches. Little stitches, little stitches. So that was that. I thought that was fun. And then, you guys, I found these for $1 in this little jug, which is really cool. I've never seen these little jugs before, but it keeps it perfectly, are Metler thread. Metler thread. Now, the person who was putting these obviously used these in a sewing machine, but guess what we would use these for? Beading, right? Doubling it over on a 25 count or something, right? That's beautiful. I'm loving it. So there's that color. And they obviously, these little tubes were made for this and one of these, you know? It's the perfect size right there. Fits right in. All right. There's that color. And she has this color. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Ah, there, that one. I love that Kelly green. Oh, is that Kelly green? What's that called? Something green. Let me see. It says Metler number 100. So if you want to look that up, this is a green. Yes, I am gonna take the time to spool this back up because I don't want to lose the thread. I know, I'm very thread stingy. I found out about myself, I'm very thread stingy. I don't want to lose any. Okay, that's the green. Then there's another, but wait, there's more. Okay, there's this brown, which I think is really nice. And this is number Metler 0527. It's beautiful. It's just Mettler, Metla. There you go, Metla. That's brown. Let's see if I can put this back without having to do that. I hope this is relaxing for you. And the last one, I think this was just a great deal for $1 each. And then the last one is this gorgeous, gorgeous gray. It's just beautiful gray. Yeah, same thing. Has the little spool with it. Fantastic, right? Just wonderful. Anyway, 4 of those. Then I found this, and I haven't opened it, but it was 25 cents. And I don't know if it's a button. I don't know what it is. It's called Red Bird. Sorry about the crinkle. You know what? I'm going to stop saying sorry. Everybody's like, ooh, don't say you're sorry. It's okay. Okay, so this is Red Bird. Look at that. I thought this would make a really cool needle minder. But I have to get it off first. Oh, look, it will. It will. Look. There's no hole, no nothing. It's just, yeah, put a magnet on the back, put a magnet on the other one, and I am ready to go. And I do have some magnets, small, strong magnets coming. So this will be my new needle minder. Isn't that cute? It says Redbird, but it looks brown to me. but I'm going to use it as a needle minder. It's going to be fabulous. Then I found some other, yeah, those are not going to be shown because those are Christmas, for my stitchy tatas. Sorry, ladies. No previews for Christmas. Okay. This is a bag of wood. Birds are always chirping. That's a mindfulness bird. Sip. Ah. Sip. Okay. So, this is a bag of wood slabs, of wood cuts. Oh my giddy aunt. Look at that. How beautiful was this tree? How beautiful was this tree? Okay. Ah, these are a little, you know, they're a little old, but they're just beautiful. Oh my. Guys, for $3, the bag is chock-a-block full. I'm talking stitch finishing right here. Small stitches, finishing, ornaments, something. I mean, everything. Tiny little one. I don't know. They're just, the whole bag is just $3. I am really thrilled. This huge bag for $3. I'm just, wow. Thank you. Whoever had the mindfulness to save these beautiful, beautiful cuts from trees that they probably took down in their backyard. It happens, right? Trees in the Shenandoah Valley get blown over all the time. And most of the time people just either throw the wood out or they, you know, it ends up in a dump, you know, or it ends up on somebody's log fire, which is fine, which is totally fine. It's all biodegradable. But, oh man, somebody had the forethought and the mindfulness to put them in a bag. And they're all cut the same edge. They're all the same width, which is probably like ½ an inch, 3/4 of an inch. Beautiful, just beautiful. That was really a gift to find that. Let's see what else we got in here. So speaking of that book that I wrote, I didn't write it. Sorry, the book that I was showing you, the Reader's Digest book, and I said that one pattern could go on a spool. I found a spool. Lori, spools. I found a spool for 50 cents. She gave it to me for 25. It has that stuff for wedding dresses and like fairy dust thing. It has that. But if I did that, I could. It's got some. I could use this stuffing. So it's not only 50 cents of a spool. It's also got some stuffing around it that I could stitch onto the stuff. You know. Do you know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. It's a really cool, clean spool, and it was 50 cents. We love that. My phone is ringing. I'm gonna stop. I'll come back and I'll finish the box. Hello, we're back. It was a spam call from Ontario, It was a spam call from Ontario, Canada. Ontario, Canada. Ontario, Canada. I can't say that 3 times fast. Anyway, back to thrifting. So the last few things I found were this beautiful, beautiful ribbon. Cardinal ribbon. You know, you had me at Cardinal, guys. $2. Brand new. Gorgeous. And it's full. It's just chock-a-block full. I was like, oh, you can't actually see that. Look. It has never been used. Never been used. Just delicious. Okay. Retail price $10.99. or $9.99. $10. Okay, retail price. Very good. Love that. The other thing I got for finishing are, no apologies for crinkling, door hangers. Felt door hangers. Cute, right? For like, I was thinking for my office or something, or maybe stitching for my friends at the office. They could hang them on their door when they're in session that says, shh, session in progress. And on the other side I could put, it's okay, but come on in, but knock first. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Yeah, anyway. I thought those were cute, and those were $1.50. Yes, I know. Thrift shops. We love them. These dudes, okay, these dudes. I recently bought a whole bunch of floss drops for the first time ever. I've never used them, but one thing I was thinking was, why don't I just use curtain rings as a floss drop? With these are the clips. So if I just clipped these onto something, you know what I mean, and use these as a floss drop. Now I don't know if this is too thick, if the DMC, you know, if the skein of floss would like flop off or not, you know, pull well, or I don't know. It's just an idea. I can always use these for something else, or tiny little finishes or something. I don't know. Ooh, hello. But again, I really liked them. Plus, there were these metal these metal things that go into the end of curtain hooks. Oh. Ugh. They're everywhere. Oh. Okay. So they go into the end of a curtain rod, right? But how cool to use them if I wanted to just put floss drops on there and hang them by my bed or hang them wherever I'm working on a project. Again, just my ideas started flowing, right? The ideas of just, you know, getting this stuff. And here's the thing. This whole bag of curtain rings, metal hooky end of hook things, and I just love wrought iron anyway. That's like my favorite thing. All of these, this whole bag of stuff, $2. Yes, 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 we love it, we love it. Then there was this bag for $1 of this. Oh wow, like, I don't even know. Like plastic faux crystal garlands, I guess it is. I mean, what couldn't I do with this, right? A needle minder, I could stick a magnet on the back of that, stick it on, you know, they're light enough that you could use it for, you could take one of these and make needle minders out of it. I mean, for $1, I could not say no to that for $1. I couldn't. Sorry, that's just, I just had to. Ah. All right, but the big find of the day, and if you guys are thrift shoppers, you know there's always one big find of the day, right? One thing that you think, how the heck could that, they're practically giving it to me for free. Okay. One, two, three, four cross stitch. And then a beautiful latch, and then you open it up, and there is a beautiful box inside. Now this plastic thing will come out. This is not going to stay, but a beautiful clean, just needs a little tender care, needs a little love, maybe a little felt top here, maybe a little felt bottom there, for stitchy goodness. for all kinds of whatever, right? How beautiful. How beautiful. Now, I'm going to give you a second to guess how much it was. It was not free, by the way, but any guesses, folks? Well, if you guessed $2.50, you were correct. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Yes, it's crazy. And a nice little Ort box. A very large Ort box, but nonetheless. Waste not, what not. I can recycle it as well. This house does not throw anything away. We don't have to. So that was my journey into the thrifty world. Another thing, if you're in the Virginia area, if you are in Charlottesville and you don't know about this, now, quite honestly, I only know this by word of mouth. I don't know that I've never done this before, but there is a woman who runs a shop. Her name is Lauren Ryan. This is her picture. And she runs a needlework shop in Charlottesville, Virginia called Poppy Point. And it is open for stitchy nights. If you are in Charlottesville and you would like to go to a stitchy night, what time is it? The stitchy nights are... And of course, I can't find it. I wrote it down. I marked it. I think it's Wednesday nights between 5 and 7:30. 5 and... No! What day is the stitchy night? Oh, hecuba. I will have to look this up. But Poppy Point has a open stitchy invitation for people in the Charlottesville area. So if you want to look up Poppy Point stitching, they sell needlepoint stuff, but they also do cross stitch fabrics. The fancy floss, you can see in the picture. You can see in the picture she does the fancy floss and all of these. So yeah, she's the real deal. If you're in the Charlottesville area, if you're in Waynesboro, then you might want to go check out the cross stitch station, which I have mentioned in previous, in my earlier Flosstubes, I mentioned that and actually did pictures of her shop and talked about her and what she does. So feel free to check out those local stitching places in Charlottesville and Waynesboro. So that's my community service part of the video. The rest of this is stuff when I was cleaning my office just now. I found this lovely little stitch. Here, whoops, sorry. I'm sorry, people who are pattern sensitive. I know, there's a whole, political correctness around not showing the pattern. Okay. But this was a little leaflet flyer that I got that I just thought was adorable. It's like a bookmark. It says free pattern. So what I think I'm going to do is when people enter this, I should have posted this last week, but when people enter and they don't get one of the 5 weeks of grab bags, I'm going to go through my stash and find little free patterns like this and just Xerox it and send it to you in a card to say thank you for putting your name in and thank you for being a subscriber. I think that's what I'm going to do. And so those of you who watch this, if your name is not called this week, you can expect to see this pattern in a little card that says thank you for subscribing, because it's just nice that you took the time to subscribe and you took the time to put your name in for one of the giveaways. And if you didn't win this week, you can always put your name in for next week. And if you did win this week, of course you're not eligible for winning any of the other ones. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. What's going on with you, bud? Oh, there's something going on. There's something going on. Okay, we'll be right back, and then I'm gonna... Oh, wow, that was really loud. I'll be right back after I figure out what's happening. Hang on. have 4 new patterns. I know, guys. Here I was bragging. Oh, I didn't bring anything home from the thrift shop. I didn't buy any. I didn't get any of those little patterns for $1. No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I know. So Sarah Northwood Stitcher enabled me. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. I fell off the wagon. I bought some patterns. If you saw her video this past week, you know that she showed Papillion Creations. She just came back from a Stitchy conference up in New England. Papillion Creations. This is called Birds of a Feather. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at that. Love the motifs. So, so fine. And they got my colors, man. I am all about the blues. I love blues. Any kind of shade of blue. I will probably not do this on this, what do they call this? Cream. It calls for, it doesn't even have that. It has Mill Hill beads. Kreinik, yay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's only 12 DMC colors with a Kreinik and some beads. That's not bad. It says 28 count fabric, 39.5 centimeters wide, 28 centimeters high. That's 15 by 11 inches. And then they have it for a 32 count too, which I think would be wonderful. I've never stitched on 32 count. I wonder if I could do 1/1. 32, 1/1, that'll make me crazy. Even more crazy than I already am. Anyway, I think I'm probably going to do this on a bluish, a lighter bluish, and I may do a floss toss. I gotta slow down, ladies and gentlemen. I've had way too much coffee today. Yeah, there's different stitches in here too. There's fan stitch, herringbone stitch. Ooh, diagonal fly stitch, star stitch, tied windmill stitch, large queen stitch. Ooh, that looks beautiful. Yeah, they got some cool stitches in this pattern too. So if you are interested in that, I highly recommend. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Another one, when I was looking for that on 1, 2, 3, when I was looking for that, I also found another Papillion creation that I just fell in love with. That we all know what this one is. Love is kind, right? What is love? Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. It does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. This is something I can see myself doing. I can totally see myself doing this one. Again, I'm going to use a darker fabric because that's what I do. At some point, one of the ladies in my Stitchy group has done her own fabric dyeing, and I'm going to ask her to give me a tutorial about how to do that. She did some Aida fabric dyeing with a piece of, I don't know, she was using Rit dye, and she's doing a Halloween stitch, and she dyed it, and it's her first dye camera. It's just stunning. It's fantastic. And Deb, you are a miracle that you can do. I mean, really, it's better than anything I've ever seen on the market, Deb, really. So I am gonna ask her to do an online Zoom tutorial with me at some point to learn how to do that Ritz dye kind of washy color on Aida, because I love Aida. I have done linens. I started out with linens when I was a kid. I don't know, these full canvas pieces, these full coverage pieces have got me really into like do with the Aida, like boop 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 boop. I'm into it. Anyway, those are those two from Papillion creations. And then there's this one. I don't know where I saw this. Where did I see this? I have no idea. Gothic Halloween 2023. Many of you probably have this. I love Halloween, and I know I bought my patterns already from Halloween. I already bought my Halloween patterns, right? I showed those. I showed those to you. But these have to go into the Halloween file because look how cool, and especially that skull. Wow. Look how stinking cute the bumblebee is. Beware. Oh, come on. And then there's even like a spool pattern. The witch is going around the spool. I mean, seriously? Let me see if I can give you a close up here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have the finishing for a, whatever you call this, the boucher, bou, whatever that is. I don't know. I don't know the name of those things. Little pillows. 1692, not a good year for women. That's all right. We're back in that era. We're back in that era. They're going to be burning us soon. What do we know? I don't know. Light the fires. Oh, light the fires. Anyway, okay. Enough of that. I'm not going there, guys. I'm not getting political, but I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. Women will be living in the woods soon again. Look at that! Another Halloween pattern that I could not resist. It's a realist. It's a realist kit. I've never bought it. I think I bought maybe, no, I think this is my first. This is my first realist kit. There are the floss colors. They come already there. They are, it says Zweigart, Ada fabric, 14 count. Well, I'm going to use 18 count or higher because I don't like 14 count. It has 21 colors, and they are anchor threads, which I haven't stitched on since, gosh, I was a teenager. I did one other pattern with anchor thread. So that'll be interesting. I'll see the quality difference between anchor and DMC. I'll have to do a little compare and contrast video on stitchy threads. But anyway, why does she like the cotton DMC? It's so fuzzy and yeah, exactly. I love it. And that was my stitchy love for today and my fun for today. Well, next time you see me, I will be pulling names out of the crock pot. Out of the crock. I have a white crock with blue stripe on it that it's like an old New England crock, and I will put all of the people who have entered the giveaway for Galadriel, the first of 5 packets. You will see me the next time you see me. I will be doing the crock pot giveaway. I'll pull the name out and I'll say the person's name, and then I'll put it on the screen, and then hopefully that person will contact me via email, and we will get you mailed your package. And everybody else who puts their name in, you guys are going to get a free stitchy pattern. I will find a whole bunch. I've got a whole bunch of these free stitchy patterns, or I'll just make a little pattern for you. Something. I'll find something for you, and I'll Xerox it, and I'll put it in. I'll put it in an envelope with a thank you and probably a cup of tea, just to say thank you for entering the drawings. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, this has been fun. Thanks, you guys. I'm going to see you in a couple days. Anyway.